parsha we learn about the mitzvah of Bikurim, and that is the mitzvah of bringing the first harvest of the 7 special fruits that were growing in the land of Israel as an expression of gratitude to the temple in Jerusalem. The individual would enter the Beis HaMikdash, the temple, and present this basket to the Kohen, and he would make this special declaration of gratitude to God for all the plenty fruits that God has provided him in his life. What's really interesting is, as the Torah describes this process, it says you're going to come to the Kohen, and Rashi says, by Yama Mehem in those days, and Rashi points out that you will always have the Kohen for your generation. And basically what this means is that every single generation has a Kohen or a leader which is appropriate to their generation, which brings a larger point into play, and I want to comment on it today. And that is, many of us have the fantasy of the good old days. The good old days when we used to have real leaders, when things were really great, if we can only have the leadership of yesteryear, of last decade or last century, when things were really good, the good old days, the old Kohen, the old rabbi, the old president, and then we will all be happy. We learned something really important from this week's parsha, and that is that God gave us in our lives, He gave us the opportunities that we have, and everything is appropriate for our generation. If we were going to have Moses in our generation, it probably would not be a good fit. If we were going to have Joshua, Moses' main disciple, in our generation, it would not be a good fit. We have the leadership that is appropriate for our generation. We have the rabbis that are appropriate for our generation, the Kohen that is appropriate for our generation. And that is something that we have to appreciate. We can't always go ahead and fantasize about the disconnected reality that is not relevant to our situations. We have to appreciate what is in front of our eyes and make the most of it. Folks, as we conclude our year and we enter into Rosh Hashanah, it's important to be cognizant of the entire landscape in front of us, and especially of our leadership, and always appreciate what we have in front of us, especially our leaders. Have a wonderful Shabbos.